This is Zeke Jones and the Wasamigro for Take the L podcast. Wasamigro, say so.
I like to believe my best hits border on felonious assault.
Great quote right there. All right, so let's get right into the games, man. There's only 3 games from this past week, week 9, that I thought really stuck out, man.
Yeah, definitely.
The Dolphins game.
They picked up that dub.
Because they forgot they were tanking.
Yeah, they forgot.
They went out there and embarrassed their GM, ruined his whole plan, and won a game.
Yep, that happened.
The Browns game, I'm sure we'll have plenty to say on that one.
Yeah.
And then the Ravens game.
Yeah.
The Ravens versus the Patriots.
The Ravens versus the Patriots.
So that kind of gets me back in. That kind of gets me in the MVP talk.
Okay.
Because right now it's a lot of buzz that after Lamar and the Ravens beat the Patriots, that Lamar is an MVP candidate.
I would definitely say he is.
Why would you say that?
I mean, if you just look at the numbers, the man he's doing well passing, which nobody believed he could do, but he's doing well passing. He's also killing it with his legs, which everybody knew what he was going to do, but he's unstoppable. It's literally like 2004 Madden Vic, but in real life. We're watching a reincarnation of Vic right now. And if we're looking at the most valuable person to their team, it's got to be Lamar Jackson.
You think he's the most valuable person to his team?
Yes. I can't imagine there being another person on their team that is more valuable. Because realistically, they're playing with nobody receivers. They got good tight ends. They got a good running back. But their star receiver, Hollywood Brown's been in and out of the lineup. So he's been throwing to Mark Andrews and handing the ball off to Mark Ingram. And other than that, he's carrying that squad.
All right. 2 things about that. 1, they're just playing a different game than everybody else.
Okay.
So I don't think they need the receivers. We've seen the Patriots win this way.
Okay.
Little Aaron Hernandez, little Gronkowski.
All right.
You don't have to get the ball down the field as much anymore. You're playing with tight ends. It's a strategy that's been shown to win over a course of a few years with the Patriots.
Okay.
They're doing something like that in the passing game.
Okay, I'll agree to that at least.
So it's not something that we've seen a lot of,
No.
but we have seen something like
The
this.
reason why Tom Brady hasn't won MVP all these years of that same approach is the aspect of the legs. Also, the aspect of Tom Brady being an average quarterback. With Tom Brady as an average quarterback, why would he be the MVP? You could literally plug in any quarterback. We've seen them do this before and win football games.
I wouldn't go as far as say Tom Brady's an average quarterback, but I get what you're getting at.
And I would also replace Lamar Jackson with Christian McCaffrey because McCaffrey's shown that he can be very easily shut down. I guess I won't say very easily, but he is very shut downable. So he's fallen from my ranks as far as an MVP candidate right now. Right now, I got it at Russell, Lamar, and Deshaun.
I think that the guys that seem to be almost impossible to replace on their teams are CMC.
Okay.
I think he's almost impossible to replace because he's carrying that team right now.
What about Kyle Allen? He's out here just
being Kyle Allen, being okay. He's being
being not the best Allen out there right now.
Yeah, being Gardner Minshew. The hype is cool. I like Kyle Allen just from a quote that he said when he was 10. But I'm not out here thinking that Kyle Allen's the reason they're winning. And then also another team is Russ. I think Russ is doing things that nobody can do. So I don't think it's just Lamar alone is the best person on this team. I think it's at least 2 or 3 other teams out there that have MVP candidates.
I would say
CMC is not out of the running.
I think he's definitely out of the running. If you're going to be a MVP caliber player, if you're going to win the MVP as a running back, you need to be doing what the running back. So what AP won, or when AP got 2,000 yards, you need to be absolutely fucking unstoppable.
Well, have you seen the numbers they showed?
I see he's close to LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah.
LaDainian Tomlinson also had almost 30 fucking touchdowns that year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I don't look like what CMC's about to do, bro.
We'll see. But LaDainian Tomlinson was doing a lot of it from rushing while CMC does a lot of it from passing.
That's true.
So if we're coming from a running back, is he a very good jack of all trades for his team? Sure. Is he the MVP? I'm not sure.
Okay, so you're going with Lamar.
Well, every player has an MVP or every team has a MVP for their team.
Yeah.
But As far as for the league,
but some of them you can see them being replaceable. So let's say the Bills finish out this season and they go 10-6, 11-5, something crazy. Yeah,
Josh Allen's the MVP.
No,
for their team,
because you can watch Josh Allen and say, "Oh no, I know there's 10 other quarterbacks in that same spot that could do that, if not more." With CMC, actually,
exactly,
that makes me want to like go back to my point because I've always said that CMC
exactly
is very fast, and that's what his skill set is.
And that's it.
I think there's 5 other running backs that could do what he does on his team.
Exactly.
But you're saying that there's nobody else that can fill in for Lamar.
No.
From that perspective, all right.
There's nobody that can come in. If Lamar goes down tomorrow, even though they have RG3 on their team, there's nobody that can come in and carry this team like Lamar Jackson's doing.
All right, from that perspective, all right, I'll take that.
I'm with it.
All right. So let's go back to this. All right. So let's go back to another game. Actually, a game I was kind of overlooking. This Jets-Dolphins game.
Okay.
Is Sam Darnold, like, broken? Like, is he...
I think he just might not...
Did the Patriots ruin him? Because I had that take the game after. I was like, you know what? I wonder if that was so devastating. That saying that... he was seeing ghosts was so devastating that he could not lead the team anymore. People wouldn't respect him. I didn't think he was going to shut down himself, and it seemed like he's shut down.
Maybe he's just not that type of like that person.
He doesn't have the resolve.
He doesn't have it. So when shit like that got out, maybe that's why they were so pissed off that it got out, because they knew what kind of quarterback, what kind of person that he was. That they were like, he can't take something like that,
dude. He's been bad.
He's regressing. Even worse. He's regressing from bad.
Yeah, he's been bad, but it was 2 plays in particular. We saw both those plays. One was this crazy interception he threw. Like, it looked like when you watched Tony Romo back in the day, and Tony Romo would do this goofy shit. You're like, well, why did he throw that? It was an interception like that. Like, he was being tackled. He rolled out the pocket, was being tackled, and he said, oh, fuck it. And he just tossed it in the air. Like, Shock put it in.
Maybe he's trying to make things happen so badly for their poor team.
And I would say, maybe he's trying to make something happen. I'm with the quarterback trying to make something happen. But then when they snapped the ball early at him, and he wasn't expecting it, and the ball goes into the end zone, and he watched it. And I don't mean like Cam Newton in the Super Bowl watching. I mean like worse than that.
Yeah, he just kind of stood there and stared.
And like, yeah, I was like, I'm not.
I mean, maybe he thought it was about to fall out of the back of the end zone. You kind of would hope that your player would at least rush over there and do something.
Go kick it.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's pretty bad. He might be broken at this point. We'll have to see as the season continues, but he is looking pretty rough.
Yeah, he looks terrible. All right. So I was thinking something about when I was watching the Steelers game, because I watched them and they beat the Colts.
They beat Hoyer, yes.
Yeah, they beat Hoyer. And, of course, if Hoyer didn't go in there, I'm sure they would have won the game. But they ended up beating the Colts, and it kind of let me know, it's like, all right, cool. This is a team sport. And at first, you're watching them with the injury to Roethlisberger, like, oh, shit, the season's over. They had a 2-week lull where they couldn't do anything. And now you're like, oh, wait. Like, they have enough talent on that defense, which I think kind of everybody knew, to kind of hold them in games. So now they just need some offensive firepower. And I start to thinking. I'm watching AB. He's tweeting. He's running routes on Twitter. Like, he's doing all this stuff. And I'm just like, Juju doesn't seem to be the guy to dominate a cornerback and go out there and win the game. Now, if AB was still in the squad and Juju's the number 2, or he's working out the slot, now all of a sudden Juju could beat the number 2.
Oh, yeah.
AB could beat the number 1 and a safety.
Yeah.
All of a sudden Mason Rudolph looks a lot better, and the season isn't a throwaway. They're 4-4 right now.
Yeah, they are.
Like, I feel like if AB was still on this team, if they would just put up with that nonsense and kept him on the team, or if you keep Le'Veon Bell, because I like Connor a lot.
Yeah.
But this man can't stay healthy. Like, I've watched,
he's struggling,
I've probably watched 4 or 5 of the games this year, and I don't think Connor has finished either one of those games.
He's struggling, yeah.
Yeah, he gets 3 quarters in, he goes to the sideline, he comes back out, and he goes back in. Like, he's always hurt. You didn't see that from Le'Veon. A headache won a lot of money, but you didn't see that from Le'Veon.
That's true.
And I'm wondering, like, should they have just put up with all this nonsense and just kept it together? Maybe they're 6-2 without Roethlisberger. Maybe they're looking like they can go to the playoffs without Roethlisberger.
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, Le'Veon said that they reached out and they tried to get him. Now, I don't know how true that is.
Yeah.
But Le'Veon said it. And as far as AB, I mean, probably about now they would probably take him back.
Yeah.
About now they'd be like, all right, bro, fuck, all right.
Yeah.
Because you ain't even got to deal with Big Ben no more. He's injured. So
Yeah.
just do what you want. Just catch touchdowns.
Yeah, I feel like they've put themselves in a predicament to where they're winning too many games to get a decent draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you need to go all or nothing here. So if you're going to go ahead and finish the season out being 8-8, 9-7, 7-9, and you're going to get some mid-round draft pick, like fuck it, get AB back on the team.
The only problem, they'll never bring AB back to that team.
Why? Like just out of their pride?
Out of their pride. Like,
yeah.
They'd be giving up their pride, their fans' pride. Like, everybody would just look like fucking clowns. The clowns that they're calling AB if they brought him back to that team.
No, that's true.
Because then you just see that switch flip and everybody be like, huh, I've been booming since been booming. No, that's not. I don't ever see it happening.
Yeah, me either. But it's just something I was thinking about, man.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be interesting.
All right. Speaking of just total meltdowns, like worse than AB, man. I saw some on Twitter 2 days ago. Jermaine Whitehead, the safety for the Browns. After they lost that game, he just went on a Twitter.
He lost his fucking mind. Yeah,
spree.
He just out here banging.
Dude was like, people were saying commenting on the loss, and he's like, "I will shoot you.
Come to my house.
I will shoot you in the face.
Shoot you in the face and kill you."
Yeah,
I think it was to a reporter.
To a reporter? Okay.
Yeah. He was like, bro, you won't come here, and I will end your life. Yes, I missed that tackle. So what? My hand's broken. I will shoot you in the face.
My trigger finger's
ready. And then he came out and was like, yo, that's not my character.
Oh, with the apology.
I'm sorry. Well, actually, before he said he was sorry, he sent out another tweet. Something along the lines of, I don't care about this football shit. And then now it's not my character. I didn't mean that. I shouldn't have said that shit.
Yeah.
Somebody please sign me. I'm not as good as I thought I was, and when this bank account ain't as big as I thought it was, so I need to be on a team or I'm gonna have to do something else. And I ain't trying to sling cars for a living. So
yeah, I mean, like after that Twitter outburst that he had, man, and I've seen some Twitter outbursts. Like fuck you.
That was the worst.
Yeah, I've seen fuck you. We're doing. I don't care about what you think. Yeah. I've seen meltdowns. But not like that. Not when you're going around threatening people to kill them.
Yeah.
And then, it's not like he had one tweet and it's like, I'm going to kill you and then stopped.
No, it was a string.
No, straight up, I will kill you. Like, I'm not joking. No, for real, I'll kill you. Oh, you think I'm joking? Well, here's my address. Come here. Like, that's how.
I wonder if anybody showed up. Because was his real address? Do you think anybody showed up?
I didn't even look at the address. I don't know if it was his house.
I didn't look
or if
it
it was
up
the Cleveland Browns practice facility. Like, I'll kill you after practice.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, like, at first, when I first see this, I'm just like, oh, this dude's obviously a clown.
Yeah.
Not like that he's not serious, but like, I don't think he really would do it. But then I was like, yo, Aaron Hernandez was out here doing this shit.
Yeah.
For a decade. Supposedly got bodies to go back to college.
So who knows?
So he could have been, he could be the next Aaron Hernandez.
So I wonder how many bodies he got already.
I know, that's another thing I was thinking. I was like, yo, if you start investigating this dude.
If he's this comfortable saying this shit on Twitter.
Exactly.
Where billions of people can see.
Like, what was he saying behind closed doors, the motherfuckers? Like, if he ran into somebody at a club and they was like, oh man, Browns suck. And he's like, oh.
Yeah, that's it. Curtains.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, Jermaine Whitehead.
Yeah, keep an eye on that guy. Keep an eye on that guy. All right, so the last thing I want to go into is back, still sticking with the Browns.
Yeah.
But just the evergreen topic of this season.
Is the Browns being bad.
Is the Browns being bad. This Baker Mayfield, this Freddie Kitchens thing. And I keep looking at this team. I keep going back and forth. But I think I've kind of settled on the issue here.
What's the issue here?
I think the issue, at first I was saying it was the O-line.
Okay.
Because the O-line was letting Baker Mayfield get smashed. Then I started saying, well, this has to be on Freddie Kitchens. But then I saw some things after a big loss that they had where I could see, like, okay, they're doing better things with the protection. They're running the ball more. So I'm just like, is this Freddie Kitchens? Is this Baker Mayfield? I don't know.
It's interesting because I really thought they would come in and outgun the Broncos. I'm like, oh, this is a
layup of a win.
This is a layup. This is your start to get back together, and this is how you look presentable. I'm not saying you're going to make it to playoffs, but maybe you'll fix it and you'll go 8-8.
Yeah,
but I think that it's not Freddie Kitchens' fault. I've been some thinking and some looking up and some knowledge, some researching, and it's not